It's Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar versus ex-Finance Minister P Chidambaram over the new criminal code. Remember, P Chidambaram earlier had said that these new criminal laws have been drafted by part-timers. Now Vice President Dhankhar has come down heavily. He says this is an insult to the wisdom of Parliament, and he says P Chidambaram should withdraw these remarks immediately. My colleague Vasudha Venugopal is now joining us live on the phone line. So Vasudha, this political flashpoint continues, but the fact of the matter is that these laws were passed when most of the opposition was suspended from Parliament, but P Chidambaram here is talking about the drafting of the laws.
Absolutely, Vedant. And if you remember, Mr. Chidambaram, the former Home Minister, was also part of the committee that the Home Committee that actually studied the bill in great length. In fact, he had given a lot of suggestions, advising, important changes to the bill. And of course, remember that, he in the interview that he has given to the Indian Express, he has specifically made two important points. One is, of course, he has questioned the need for these, changes to be made. And of course, another thing is also, Tamil parties have been questioning the need for the names to be in Hindi, and Mr. Chidambaram has basically said that, the Hindi names could have been part of the Hindi version. But Mr. Dhankhar, the Vice President, has taken specific offense to the fact that Mr. Chidambaram has said that these bills were drafted by part-time members of the committee and not really professionals. And so Mr. Dhankhar has come down heavily on the Congress party for making these statements and saying that the party had basically forgotten its obligation, as MPs to take part in the discussion. And like you rightly pointed out, the bills were passed when many of the opposition members had been suspended for asking a discussion on the security breach of the Parliament. Mr. Dhankhar also specifically asked Mr. Chidambaram to retract his statement, because he said that they are an insult to the wisdom of the Parliament, because the MPs are not part-time members and they are actually, they are representatives of people. So clearly, it is a political flashpoint, but of course the laws have come into effect and they've been notified, they've come into effect on the 1st of July. So this is going to play out politically, is my sense.
Vasudha, thanks very much for joining us with that update.